Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is Nehru. We're going to get into another psychic investigation reading here in a moment. I want to give some preliminary information, I guess, if you will. Before anything else, thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribers, thank you so much. Speaking of subscribers, I have two new notifications for subscribers, okay? Amor, welcome in. Thank you so much for clicking subscribe. I trust that you are on your high vibrational journey and yeah, okay? I just got all things working together for your good. So Amor, all things working together for your good. It could be something about me, Amor, okay? Someone who, my love, okay, my heart. Okay, Sandra, okay? Sandra, thank you so much for clicking subscribe and welcome to this collective. Earlier today, after this, and that reminds me, the live reading this morning, morning for me, okay, because again, I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam, but the last live, I went back and listened to it, and it wasn't a very good connection, okay, so there's something about not a very good connection, okay, so the connection that you have to someone, whoever is going to be coming out in the energy day today, it could be sputtering along, okay, like buffering, like, okay, instead of, all right, see the difference, all right, feel the difference, sense the difference. And so something could be sputtering. This could be a relationship that's finally sputtering out, right? Could be sputtering out, okay? Running out of gas. Somebody could be running out of gas literally and be calling you to come and pick them up, or they could be needing gas money, right? Any number of things. Okay. But I heard the word regional. Okay. Regional. So this could be a regional manager. Regional managers, when I think of regional managers from my time in business networking and all of that, I think of a regional bank, okay? So something about a bank, a regional bank manager, a regional sales manager, a regional sales office, okay? Something's regional, okay? Or something's in your region, okay? Al could be in your region. You see how that goes? Regional or region Al. Al could be in your region. Or there's something about your region, your immediate vicinity, okay? When you hear myself or any other speak about someone in your neighborhood or a neighbor or someone, like, it's your community, it could be your city, it could be the person living across the street from you, okay? Or them, okay, if it's karmic, okay? Or what have you, okay? You could be tuning in for someone, or you're tuning in for yourself. But yeah, let's go ahead and tap in, and as if we're not already, and find out what it is that Most High, your ancestors, my ancestors, investigators, tips, clues, and resources, okay? Divine resources. That's information and wisdom for your cases, all right? Cord cutting rituals do work. That is the reason for my energy change, okay? If you listen to the readings prior to today, you will notice that I did 4 cord cutting rituals, okay? Specifically to the private investigators, CIA, DEA, FBI, 18th rung, Pentagon, whoever they are, okay? Local police, law enforcement, whoever that is, private investigator with their own private agency, whoever. Right? And that cord cutting ritual, yeah, okay? I put the sword to the eyes. I put the sword to the eyes, okay? Thank you so much, Aravat. I love you, okay? And thank you so much, Ascended Masters. Sanhedrin Council, 70 judges. These are the individuals that judge your journey, your decisions, okay? 70 spiritual judges, okay? Also, when I speak of healing, divine never does anything halfway, okay? And so I often mention my kidney transplant, okay? And that kidney transplant that took place on 7/7/17, I left the hospital with 17 different pills, 17 different medications that I needed to take twice a day, okay? And 2 of those medications, okay, tacrolimus and mycophenolate, okay, are to be taken for your lifetime as a kidney transplant recipient. But divine never does anything halfway. Man does things halfway all the time. That's why people will get released from prison who should be serving their full term or be put to death. Okay? Because man does halfway shit all the time. Okay? All the time. Okay? Because man without divine source is karmic. Let me say that again. Man without divine source is karmic. Okay? They can be religious. Man without divine source is karmic. If they only preach from the Bible, they are karmic. If they only teach you from the Bible, they are karmic. If they don't go into other canonical texts, they are karmic. Okay? Because if you think, or they think, that divine source, the all-knowing being, the great creator, who is, was, and forever will be, they think that being only has 66 books to give you. You think that's all that divine has to say to you? No. So, okay. So someone's, okay. Again, someone could be running out of gas as far as that's concerned. That could be a spiritual thing, running out of gas. Someone's tired, okay? But with those medications, okay, I have not taken any, and when I say any anti-rejection meds in 2 years. 2 years. I have not taken any anti-rejection meds for you medical professionals out there. Okay? And you might think, ooh, you're in trouble. Yeah, okay. Again, you don't know me if that's what you think. Okay? Current time is 6:11. Okay? 6:11. Okay? 6:11 on 12/10. All right? You could be born on 6/11. Okay? Or you could know someone who was born on 6/11. We're talking about a Gemini. You could be a twin. You could be named after someone. Okay? Or there's something about a double portion coming in for you. Okay? Pay attention to the synchronicities around you as the reading goes along. Okay? Let's pop into some zodiac signs, divine source, ancestors, esoteric guides. Okay? Zodiac signs for this reading. Cancer. Okay? We have a Cancer. Okay? Someone might be getting a confirmation of that illness or already. Okay, let me look this one up. Okay, so Libra. All right. So we have Libra. All right. All right. So we have one more. Okay. So we have Cancer, Libra, and Leo. Okay, Cancer, Libra, Leo. All right, to start. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. I feel like going with the tarot right away. Again, thank you so much for your shares, your subscribes, okay? And again, I apologize for the connection for the live video today. That could be the region where I am in Vietnam. That could be the internet connection here in Vietnam, you know, okay? Typically, that's not an issue, but okay. It was also extremely rainy and all of that today too, so That could have had something to do with it. Right away, we got the Lovers out. We have the Empress. Okay, something's collapsing. Something's collapsing. Okay. You might need to connect with your Egyptian ancestors. Okay, if you connect that way. Okay. Bastet. Okay. Bastet. Okay. For passion. Horus for stability. Okay. You might need to connect with them. Osiris for death and rebirth. You might need to connect with your ancestors of the Egyptian lineage. Okay, so we have the Lovers and we have an Empress. The Empress card came out in reverse. The Empress card came out in reverse, and then we have on top in reverse again, as I look at it, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so again, I mentioned someone being out of gas. This is someone who's out of gas. Again, physically, literally out of money, no more investments coming in, business isn't working anymore. They got fired, lost their job, terminated, business got closed, clients left them, whatever. This is a backfire. Okay, this is a backfire. All right, next. There's something about equilibrium. Someone's equilibrium could be thrown off. Equilibrium. Someone's equilibrium could be thrown off. Okay. Equilibrium. Okay. We have the Five of Swords out here. So yeah. Someone's equilibrium is thrown off. Okay. Also, Sirius. Okay. Sirius, number 33, is for healing. Okay. The Egyptian deity Sirius. Okay. It's for healing. Okay. You see how that cat cut off the head of that snake right there? Okay. That is the spirit of Sirius for healing. To heal you of the karmic, demonic, Apophis, Apep, Jezebel, Lilith, whatever karmic spirits have come towards you. Okay. Or tried to end your life, tried to take your position, whatever that happens to be. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. And that Knight of Swords, okay, to me, with the energy that's out here already anyway, this energy speaks to someone who really was after you physically. They were physically trying to end your life. That's what this speaks to here. Physically trying to end your life. Again, the Five of Swords came out on the side, okay, sideways, okay? Empress in reverse, so this is a fallen divine partner, okay? A fallen divine partner, masculine or feminine, male or female, it doesn't matter. Again, as a reminder, we all have masculine and we all have feminine, just like we all have the angel and we all have the devil. So, right, you gotta pick a side. Like Twix, pick a side. Somebody might like Twix, be eating one right now. Okay, so there we go with that energy. Anything else, Divine? What else, ancestors? Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. All right. Page of Cups energy out here. Okay. Someone could be waking up, and the Tower. Okay, the Tower actually fell on the Lovers. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands out here for victory, completion, accomplishment, overcoming. Okay. You are an overcomer. Say it. I am an overcomer. You could put that in the comments. I am an overcomer. Okay. In the good book, the religious book, Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. Divine knows the plans they have for you. Okay. We have a card laying down. Okay, for a manifestation, we're looking at a Three of Cups. Okay, so you could be working on manifesting this new opportunity. You could be working on manifesting new love. You could be manifesting looking into journeying elsewhere, traveling elsewhere. Okay, or because of your journeys, spiritual, esoteric journeys. Okay, you have done the work and you are about to see success. Okay, with this victory. All right. So we'll go ahead and take these, Most High, and we will first place these in the stack, and then however Divine is guiding me to do something here. So let me make sure I do this. Okay. Okay, let me make sure I do follow protocol. Okay, there's something about following protocol. Okay, I am not politically correct. Okay, but I do follow protocol. I render to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay, I'm not avoiding paying taxes and all that sort of thing. Okay, I look into ways in which I can save. Okay, but no. All right, not in karmic, deceitful, manipulating, sneaky ways. All right. Tower. Lovers. Six of Pentacles. It's interesting. The majority of the cards are going towards the top of the stack. That's very interesting. All right. So this is what we have. We will pull these cards here. And anything else first, Divine? No. Okay, we'll pull the karmic cards as we go, they said. We'll pull the karmic cards as we go. Okay. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. So, investigators, let's get ready to roll. So we have an Aries. Okay, we have a Leo out here and we have an Aries. So there's fire sign, fire energy out here. Sagittarian, Aries, Leo. Leo. Someone's name could be Leo. Leon, Leo, Leonard, Leo, Leonardo, Leona. Okay. All right. And Aries. Okay. That is on one side of the Three of Cups. Okay, again, for your manifestation. Whatever you are focusing on manifestation or manifesting. Don't manifest or focus on manifesting anything that divine is not giving you a confirmation on to manifest. We all want money, and it's like being fit. Everybody wants to be more fit. Even in 1974, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Universe, wanted to be even better than he was at that time. Okay, so everybody wants to be more fit. Everybody wants more money. Okay, even Elon Musk, okay, Ross Perot wanted, okay, when he was here, more money. Also, when I was speaking about money management in one of the recent videos, there is a reason why. And I mentioned the reason why. One of the tactics and things you can do to protect your money and yourself, okay, your legacy and your estate, is by creating trust. Okay, so it takes it out of your name, puts it in a trust name. So your trust name could be Okalakachuka. Okay, and anyone searching for property in your name, anyone searching for bank accounts in your name, they won't find anything. Or if they do, they find one that has $500 in it, but they don't see the one that has the $5 million in it because that one's in a trust. You get it? Okay. So why is James Brown family probably still arguing over his trust or his estate? Because he did not have any. He had no financial setup. Okay. Why isn't Ross Perot's family fighting over his estate? Because he did have proper things in place. See the difference? So protect yourself. These names, collective investigators, Claudia, Cynthia, Karina, Clarence. Someone could like the movie Karina. Someone's name could, or they could go by Cynthia. Okay. Or Cindy. Okay. Claudia, Clarence. Clarice. Hello, Clarice. Right. All right. What is that from? Silence of the Lambs? I don't know. Okay. We have social activities. Social activities. Okay. Okay. So this could be something that you are about to enter. You are about to experience some social activities and an investment of some sort, or you will have the money to do this. However this money comes into you, you could already have the money to come to go and be about the town. Okay. So an investment of some sort, or someone could be taking you out. Okay. That could be an investment. Okay. It could be a date. Okay. We have the lovers out here. It could be a date. Okay. We have Sacramento. Sacramento. Okay. Someone could like Mentos. Mentos. Okay. Mentos. Okay. Macaroni and cheese is significant, or someone likes Velveeta cheese or uses it. You could have cooked with it today. Okay. Sacramento is on one side of the lover's card. And we have on the other side spiritual hallucinations. So there were spiritual hallucinations being done and thrown at you from a lover. Spiritual hallucinations being sent to you from a lover. It was 2133 up there on the video timer, 333. Spiritual hallucinations done by a karmic lover who is defeated, out of gas, need money. They may be contacting you for money. They may be watching to see when you get this money, whatever this happens to be. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some karmic tarot. Okay, on what we have out here. We have, again, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, the lovers. Okay, we have Aries, Sacramento, spiritual hallucinations, and social activities. Claudia, Cynthia, Karina, and Clarence. Divine source, ancestors, karmic. Ooh. We have a LARPer, okay? So we have someone who's an imposter, someone who's an impersonator. That's what a LARPer is, someone who proclaims to be one thing, but they are not. We have spiritual hallucinations out here. So this could be a karmic tarot reader, okay? Someone online who's trying to imitate you or trying to imitate me, okay? I want to be like Mike. Yeah. You can be like them, but you can't be them. There's the difference, okay? Kobe was like Jordan Jackson. Okay, Michael Jackson is significant. All right. But he wasn't Michael Jordan. Okay. All right. My vote is for Mamba. Okay. Again, grew up watching Mike, got to go see him once. Okay. In 88 or 89 or something like that. Okay. In Chicago, when we lived in Naperville. Okay, we lived in Naperville. I was probably a freshman in high school at Naperville North in Illinois. Okay, so spiritual hallucinations. That was prior to us moving to Florida. Okay, so we have the spiritual LARPer out here. Okay, so this individual, for you, if you have a YouTube channel, okay, this individual could be on YouTube and they could have been trying to act like you, be like you. Again, a spiritual LARPer, okay, is someone who lies, okay? I am a divine being. I am this, I am that, but they're really not. They're karmic, okay? They do witchcraft and dark shit behind the scenes, okay? I don't do witchcraft. I do cord cutting, and there's a difference, okay? I don't sit there and be like, ooh, I want what they have. Ooh, I want what he got. Ooh, I want her because he got her. I want her. I want. Really? I've been on my own for years now. Single, celibate, for years. Okay? So, a spiritual LARPer. Okay? Next. We have the 2 of Cups. Divine. I don't know if they'll give it to me. We'll see. Okay? Because divine likes to keep secrets and surprise us sometimes. So we'll see what comes out. Okay? Again, that's something you have to come to peace with. Okay? Sometimes divine wants to surprise you. Okay? Sometimes divine wants to surprise you. Okay? And so they may not give you every last bit of information before the day, time, moment, divine moment. They may not give you every piece of information. But we have the Two of Cups here. Again, romantic partnership or business, platonic, what have you, new friends, your soul tribe. This could also represent, okay? Especially for those of you who are on a solo journey, all right? Divine, no, I need to ask. Divine ancestors, okay? For the collective, we have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Names on the Two of Cups. Any names resonating with the Two of Cups energy? Who is this coming towards us, investigators, collective? Who is this? What's their name? Okay, what's their, I don't know, it could be anything. Occupation, it could be anything. Okay, what is it? Okay. All right. Oh, yep, see? Neither one of the cards have any names on them. So that's just, again, divine, they don't, yeah. Good thing for me, I'm a patient person. Okay, I'm a patient being. I'm not a person. Good thing I'm a patient being. All right, and you are. I wasn't always. I had to work on it. Time to embrace the dark side, somebody. Time to embrace the dark side, somebody. Okay, if you are going through spiritual ascensions now and you are beginning your conscious spiritual journey, meaning you're meditating in that, you will. I assure you, if you want to become your highest spiritual self, you're going to have to go through a dark night of the soul, and you're going to have to go through an ego death. Okay? To start the ego death, you can start it by admitting how you were wrong in the relationship, in the situation, admitting your faults, because we all made them. Okay? I talk about the karmic ass Scorpio all the time. Okay? But I made mistakes in that relationship. What kind of mistakes did I make when I was in that relationship? Okay? First of all, I stayed in it too long. Do you know what she told me one day? Okay? She told me, if I were you, I would have left already. That's what she told me. That was one of the last conversations we had. You would have left me? If you would have left you if you were me? Oh, shit, bitch. You ain't got to say nothing else to me. You ain't got to say nothing else to me. I'm out. And she told me that. And guess what I did? I left. So, if you want to become your highest, purest, truest self, ego deaths are necessary. Okay? They are necessary. Okay? It's not enough to just be nice. Good people go to hell every day. Good people go to hell. Nice people go to hell every day. Every day. Okay? Fail their mission here every day and have to come back and do their first works over again. Every day. Good people, nice people, that's not it. That's not enough. Okay, it's not enough to be a good person. Okay? You need to be a divine being and function in your highest, purest, truest light. Right? Okay? The other side says karma knows where they live. Yes, they do. Karma knows where they live. So you don't have to retaliate. Okay? You don't have to retaliate. I'm glad Divine told me to leave Central Florida when he did, because I was at the door about to retaliate. Me and Sadie, we were about to go knock on some doors. Yeah, we were about to go knock on some doors. All right. So there's something about weather modifications. Okay. And Sadie is my Cane Corso that I had to release. Okay. Just in case it's not a woman. All right. Weather modifications. All right. But there was a spiritual divine being within her when she was with me. Okay. You know what kind of communication I had? And maybe Ellen or someone else can resonate with this. Okay. You know what kind of connection I had with Sadie? I could be sitting here like this and she could be outside in the yard and I could just think, Sadie, come in the house. Come here, Sadie. And she'd come running to the door. I could just sit here and I didn't say anything. I didn't whistle. I did nothing. And I don't live by myself. And she'd come. I didn't even have to speak to her. I could be sitting here and she could be laying down in the bedroom and I could just think, she'd just get up and come over there, out of the room. Okay? You might have that kind of connection with your fur babies. All right? So, weather modifications on one side of the Page of Cups. Okay? So we are talking about your intuition. We are talking about your spiritual downloads. We are talking about, I did witchcraft to your car. Okay, so again, we have that energy out here. Okay, investigators. There's an informant nearby. I said nearby. The informant is a user. So there's an informant that's a user. You notice I didn't burp when I said informant is nearby. When I said informer is user, informant is a user, investigators. So there's an investigator who's listening to me or will listen to this, and one or more of your informants are drug users. The investigator, the police officer, could be providing him with the drugs. You know that happens often, right? Hey, go do this for me and I'll get you this bag. I'll get you this gram. I'll get you this. I'll get you, right? Okay. That training day kind of cop, right? Training day kind of police officer. All right. Next. Stumbling, bumbling over their words. Stumbling, bumbling over their words. I don't know. Okay. And that is this energy. 5 of Swords. That is this energy for someone who is stuck. Okay? Stuck. And they're just contemplating their past decisions, thinking, oh, what did I do? Why didn't I accept her? Why didn't I accept him? Why didn't I change? Why couldn't I get it right? Oh my God, I didn't know they were my divine masculine. Oh my God, I didn't know they were my divine feminine. I didn't know they were an earth angel. I didn't know they were a healer. I didn't know they were a starseed. I didn't know that. Okay? That's because it wasn't meant for you. That meaning they. Okay? Okay? Rejection is always protection. Okay? On the other side of stumbling, bumbling over their words, we have chocolate. You could be eating chocolate. I mentioned Twix. You could like chocolate. I only eat dark chocolate. Milk chocolate is artificial. Chocolate. Someone could be chocolate skinned. Okay? Like, let's see. Current time, 6:33. Okay? 67, 67, 76. Whoever this person is could be born in 76, 67, who's coming towards you. Okay? I'm looking at Grace Jones, okay, when I think of chocolate, okay? Okay. In that picture, she looks about as light brown, dark brown, whatever as I am, I guess. Maybe a little darker, I guess. But, all right, there we go. So chocolate, however it resonates with you. You could like chocolate ice cream or be eating it. You could chocolate cake, okay? Okay, there's an investigation going on currently. Okay, this is a psychic investigation right now, right here. Okay, right here, right now. Okay, someone could be saying that to you. I will marry you right here, right now. Somebody could be saying that to you. I don't know. You use your intuition as to whether or not you want to do that. It's 33:56 on the video timer. Okay, this is a current investigation read. A current investigation read. Investigation on the tower. Because the truth gets exposed, investigators, when you decide to come forward with it and do not let your superiors or whatever earthly processes keep you from speaking the truth. It's not easy, but you'll be rewarded handsomely. Okay? It's not easy, but you will be rewarded handsomely. Natural age is nothing but a number in synchronicity. I was going to say something about an age difference, but I didn't, and there we go. So, something about an age difference, okay? Again, you could be born in 67, and they could be born in 76, okay? That's nothing. That's nothing. 9 years? That's nothing. Confirmation horn honk? That's nothing. Okay? So whoever's hung up on the age difference, this could be someone's family. It may not be them. It may be their family. You want to marry somebody who's 10 years older than you, 10 years younger than you. You want to marry somebody who's 15 years older than you, 12, 13, 20 years older, younger. You want to marry... Okay? Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Okay? Let me put that there. Okay? Aging, nothing but a number. All right? Looking at the name Gary. Okay? So Gary could be Gary, Indiana investigators. Gary, Indiana, or Gary player. Okay? Golf. Okay? Gary, golf could be significant. Okay? It's been some years since I've played, just because of the divine journey that I've been on and getting away from the karmics and all of that. It's been a couple of years. Okay? So Gary. Okay? Gary Payton, Gary Player. So those are both GPs. Okay? Could be something about a GPS. Investigators. GP, GPS. Okay? Let's look at Gary. Let's look at Gary. Let's look at both. Let's look at Gary Player and Gary Payton. Let's do that. All right. Gary Player. Okay. Gary Player is 90 today, currently. He was born on 1/1, or excuse me, 11/1. Okay. So, Scorpionic energy. 11/1/35. Investigators, 11/1/35, currently 90. Johannesburg, Africa. He's only 5'6". So someone could be short, collective. Lives in Jupiter Island, Florida. Okay, Gary Player. Definitely one of the more popular golfers of all time, for sure. Okay, someone could be a player. From the Himalaya. Get it, Jerome. I said Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Ooh, ah, ooh, watch him out. What a clown. What a clown. Oh, let me get Gary's spouse. Gary's spouse. Vivian Verway. Vivian Verway. Okay? Married 57 to 2021. Okay, I'm guessing. She passed. It doesn't say that. Let me see. Yes. Okay, so she passed 8/18/21. Investigators and collective. 8/18. Okay? Now we're doing Gary Payton. Okay? Gary Payton, NBA player, retired NBA player, most known for being with the Seattle Supersonics. That team does not exist anymore. Washington State does not have a basketball team, I don't believe. Gary Dwayne. Dwayne comes out all of the time. Gary Dwayne Payton Sr. I said twin Gemini energy. I said someone could be named after someone, a junior. Okay? So he's the senior. All right? Currently 57 years old, born in Oakland, California. Spouse, Monique James, married 97, divorced 2012. 97, 2012, Monique James. Okay, children, Gary Player the second. Okay, Julian, Raquel, and Gary Jr. How do you have a junior and the second? No. Anyway, right? Gary Payton. He is known as the Glove. All right? Gary Payton. And when I was growing up in the late 80s, in the early 90s, the glove, I definitely liked him. I liked his defense, obviously, right? That's what he's known for most, right? That's where the name comes from. Okay? Get a better picture. They have pictures in here with all kind of players and all of that. But Gary Payton, okay? Seattle Supersonics. He's played with the Lakers. He's played with several teams. Okay, he was the number 20, okay, with Seattle, 2-0. All right. Here is Gary in a recent photo. Okay, so the glove, there could be something about evidence investigators in regards to a glove or Gary, okay? There is something about someone who's trying to put their hands on you, okay? Or someone could be trying to defend you. Collective. Tara Greenstadt. So there's something here about a cold case. A cold case. Tara Greenstead. Chips and salsa. Okay. You could be eating chips and salsa. Okay. Then you're going to have your chocolate cake or whatever that is, right? Anytime it happens, I'm telling you, anytime it happens, nothing is a coincidence. Remember that. Okay? When you sneeze, it's not a coincidence. Okay? When you cough, it's not a coincidence. When you hiccup, it's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. Chips and salsa. This could be someone who's in karmic energy who tried to put a glove on you or keep you down, who you had chips and salsa with. Okay? The Empress, remember this came out in reverse. Okay? Or excuse me, I kept saying Empress, but it's the Hermit. Came out in reverse. Okay? So Master Builder 22. Okay? So with this Hermit energy coming out in reverse, then you're about to be free. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. Okay? So you could be about to be free from Hermit energy. Okay? That happens only after you've done the work. I assure you. I assure you. Those deaths that I spoke of, you got to do them. Okay? And my ego deaths, because of my unconditional love, and that is my healing power, is my unconditional love. When I take my unconditional love away, that is the healing walking away. All right? And so some of you will resonate with this, okay? And truly never being karmic. You know, you don't lie, cheat, steal, just on anything. You just don't. You really never have, okay? You're unconditionally loving. You speak to people. Hi, good morning. Hi, how are you? Like, you're just you're cordial. You're welcoming generally. Hopefully now you have some boundaries in regards to who you interact with, okay? And if you don't, you will learn to, okay? Yeah, right? That's a difficult thing for us to do. Those of us who are unconditionally loving beings, that's a difficult thing for us to do, okay? Because when I realized that all the love that I'd been giving Central Florida and beings for 48 years on this planet, this lifetime, 10th and final one, thank God, okay? That was hurtful. That was hurtful, okay? Because I couldn't believe Judy would deceive me like that. I couldn't believe that Stephen Lee Parker at the Rock of Central Florida would deceive me like that. By the way, Judy is the woman I grew up believing was my mother. Kevin was karmic. Kevin has always been evil, karmic, narcissistic, manipulating, evil, warlock, Mason, Freemason. He's in that. Okay. When I said the other day that divine kept, once I began, my third eye and my crown opened and things began to pop off, I remembered things that they told me back when I was a child. Okay. One of the things was they were telling me that, I always reminded them of a certain individual who is no longer physically here on this planet. Okay, my demeanor, my disposition, my temperament. Okay, that individual was a fighter. Okay, and I don't mean a boxer, but I mean that individual was a fighter. Like you didn't want to approach them. They were the eldest of 8 in their family. 8. Okay, they were the eldest of 8 in their family. Okay, but they were taken out. Okay, all right. And so I started to divine ancestors. Okay, started to bring things back to me, and I remember when I left for the military in 1995, and Kevin told me to keep my nose clean because there is always someone watching. He specifically told me that when we lived in Apopka, Florida in 1995. The day I left with a recruiter to get in his car and be shipped off to Fort Knox, Kentucky, he told me, keep your nose clean because there's always someone watching. He meant the 18th wrong. He meant Masons. He meant dark societies. That's what he meant, because he's not my father. He murdered my father. Again, things just started, and then I started remembering shit the Scorpio said. Then I started remembering shit Judy said. Then I started remembering shit other people said, and just, even at the Rock of Central Florida, okay? Kimberly Kerner Parker, okay? She told me in 2003 when I got to, there were several things that came out in 2000. 2003 was, woo, okay? Maybe it was that way for you too. 2003 was interesting. And I'd gotten out of the military in February of that year. 2003 was interesting. So Kimberly told me that everything that he had forfeited is coming to me. So again, the rocks will cry out. So divine can use anybody to speak. They can be karmic, evil, demonic, non-believing, and religious as shit. And divine can you still use them, such as Kim, to speak the truth. Okay, by the way, welcome in karmic ass low vibrational Rock of Central Florida people, if you're here. Okay, past co-workers of mine, past clients, welcome in. Someone's a Master Builder 22. Okay. This says, Mommy, Daddy, I do spell work or witchcraft against you, your son or daughter. Mommy, Daddy, I do spell work against you, witchcraft or otherwise. It all is your son or your daughter. Someone's son or daughter. Okay, whipping out the Ouija board on them. I just got it. Somebody's son or daughter is whipping out the Ouija board on them. I got a message for you. Okay, someone laughed at it when I said it the other day. But do you know what good luck is? You know what that means? You know what good luck means? It's French for fuck you. Okay, that's what good luck is. So if I ever tell somebody, because I don't believe in luck, if I ever tell somebody, good luck, confirmation, I got a conference, Instagram confirmation or something. I got a confirmation up there. Okay, you could get an Instagram message from someone. Okay, it could be this lover. Okay, with the age difference or business partnership or soul tribe collective, a member of yours, what have you. Okay, right? But yeah. Okay, so if I ever tell somebody good luck, even in the comments, if I ever tell you good luck, that's not a good thing, okay? That's not, oh yeah, he wishes good for me. No. It's like good luck is French for fuck you. All right? So, let's keep it going. Archangel Metatron, okay? Archangel Metatron, we're listening to a 369 or 963 frequency. 963, Nikola Tesla, 369 energy, 369. That could be someone's phone number, area code, okay? Is there a 369 area code? 369 area code. Oh, the 369 area code is an overlay for a newer area code. Overlay for Northwestern California, serving the region as the 707 area code. So the 369 is serving as the 707. The divine code, 369 is a divine code, is serving as the 707. Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay. As of 2023. Okay. 707 and 369. 707 and 369. All right. Where should we go, Divine? Where should we go? More tarot. Let's get more tarot. Okay. I'm on the tarot this reading. I'm on the tarot this reading. All right. Divine, let's keep going. Someone's going to be going shopping. Okay. Active investigation right now. Active investigation right now. Okay? Something fell on the fuck you card, so let's go ahead and find out what it is. I'll show it to you before I see it. Okay? Yeah. Because this is, it's coming in for you, collective. It's coming in for you. So just tell them. And you don't even have to tell them verbally. Okay? You can just give them one of them James Harden looks. Okay? What's the like when the sports reporter was asking him, and this is years ago, sports reporter was asking James, listen to the name, I'm using James Harden, okay? So they were asking James Harden a question, and he looked at the camera like, and he was like, and he rolled his eyes and walked away. You don't even have to say anything, collective. You can just be like, and just walk away. You don't even have to say anything. Because this is what you will receive in some shape, form, or fashion if you stay faithful. Stay faithful. Stay faithful. Okay? In 2003, someone at The Rock told me, okay, told me that divine calls me faithful. They told me that. Yes, they did. At the Rock of Central Florida. Again, there were many great and amazing things that happened while I was there. Okay? Again, that's why I don't understand why Steve didn't see it. But that's not up for me. That's him. He has to deal with the karma of denying the earth angel. His family, his bloodline, they have to deal with denying an earth angel. Okay? And not believing the earth angel. They have to deal with that karma. His daughters, his sons, their children, their children's children, Kim's bloodline, the Kerners, the Parkers, they have to deal with all of that. Not me. I don't have to figure it out. Because again, I just keep it moving. And that's what I did. All right? Okay? All right. So we have the Pelican brief on top. So there's something about a law firm. Okay? The Pelican brief. Okay? Something about a law firm. The world card. Okay. All right. So divine, world card, confirmations, whatever the information needs to come out for this, whatever information needs to come out for the world card, whatever information needs to come out. Okay. Let's see what this is. Opulence. 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 And bona fide. So you are a bona fide earth angel. You are a bona fide healer. You are a bona fide starseed. You are a bona fide oracle. You are bona fide. Signed, sealed, delivered. Okay? Sing it, Stevie. Okay? Again, somebody could be in that energy. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Somebody could be in that energy. Rodney, Dennis. Okay? Could be the same person. Two different people. Rodney and Dennis. Okay? Also, Cam and Thaddeus could be significant. On the good side or on the dark side. Okay? And something about sausage patties. So we have chocolate and sausage patties out here. All right. All right. Anything else, Divine? Anything else? Okay. I'm curious to know who the informant is. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups and the Hierophant. Okay, so again, this is a confirmation, okay, on your spiritual gifts, collective investigators. This is a confirmation on your spiritual gifts. What you have to do is tap in, tune in, and turn on. Shout out to Abraham Hicks. What you have to do is tap in, tune in, and turn on. You have to find the frequency where this vibrates. Shout out Abraham Hicks. Shout out Esther Hicks. Okay? You have to find that vibration. So if it's not at 130 hertz, you have to change your frequency to a 145 hertz or 144,000 hertz or 150 hertz or 75 hertz or whatever. Wherever this frequency is for you, your responsibility, collective and investigators, is to get on this frequency. Because you can't change this frequency. Okay? Okay? It's waiting for you. I just got it. It's waiting for you. Okay? With the tower on the investigation could be concluding for you. The investigation could be concluding for you. Okay? Hierophant, divine source. Divine source. Hierophant energy. What can the Hierophant reveal to us? What can the Hierophant reveal to us, divine source? What can the Hierophant reveal to us? The Hierophant reveals mel, M-E-L, and feminine energy needed at this time. Again, I am back in my divine feminine energy. Okay? That is my happy-go-lucky, as I don't believe in luck, but that's my happy-go-lucky energy. Okay? Free. Just being me. Who sings that song? Denise Williams, right? Denise, who sings that song? Free? Denise Williams, I think. Let's take a look. I think that's who sings it. Yes, Denise Williams. So let's take a look at Denise Williams' information. She spells her name Denise different than most. Okay, she spells her name D-E-N-I-E-C-E. Okay, Denise Williams. Her first name is actually June. Okay. Denise Williams Chandler, born 6/3/50. She's currently 75 years old. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Double confirmation for the Gary, Indiana. That's where the Jacksons are from. The famous ones. Michael Jackson, Tito, Janet, LaToya, Joseph. Okay. Randy Jackson. Gary, Indiana. Okay. Spouses. Active in the music industry since 1968. Investigators. Spouses. Kendrick Williams, 70 to 75. Christopher Joy, 81 to 82. And Brad Westerling, 86 to 93. She did not have very long marriages whatsoever. She might be partnered up. She might be partnered up since 1993 or something, but okay. All right, Denise Williams. Okay. All right. Denise Williams. Okay. Sings the song Free. I just wanna be free, free, free. I just got to be me, me. Right? And the name Mel. Male or female, Mel. Okay, Melvin, Melinda, Melanie, Melissa, Melvin. Something about melancholy. Melancholy. Okay, Hierophant. Okay. New house. Okay. Someone speaks Portuguese who's in this energy, or the individual that you're going to meet speaks Portuguese, or however that goes. Okay. You could speak Portuguese. All right. Okay. So with this Nine of Cups energy right here, okay, I think this is you, collective, okay, or it will be. Okay. Again, once you get to work, okay, so once you reach the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment comes in, okay, put you in the World card energy, okay, for a brand new beginning. Let's go ahead and take a look. A brand new beginning. Aiding and abetting, okay, a fugitive. Aiding and abetting a fugitive. And the Great Lakes are significant, okay? The Great Lakes, okay? So, Lake Superior, Lake Ontario, okay? All of those up there. Around Wisconsin, Michigan, all of that up there, Great Lakes, okay? Someone could be in the Navy or have been in the Navy, okay? The Navy has a naval training base up there at the Great Lakes, or they used to. I don't know if they still do. Divine, where should we go? Let's get karmic messages at this time, or divine messages. Okay, let's see what this lover is feeling and thinking. Okay, maybe that'll come out. All right, new love's energy, new lover's energy, new lover's energy. Divine partner energy, divine partner energy, new divine partner energy, new divine partner messages, 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 new divine partner messages. We have one card that landed on the angels, landed on the angels. We have one card that landed on the angel stack of cards, the deck, and we'll see what that is. And we have some others too. We have one that landed on fuck you, okay? So on the, someone could try to knock something out of your hand. So they're sitting, again, they could be sitting back and we're watching and they're just like, and they're just trying to wait. And so when they see you post something about this new relationship, they're like, and they're going to try to come in and swat it. Okay? Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender with the energy of Eravat. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender with the energy of Eravat. Two of Swords. Or Five of Swords. I said Two of Swords. Okay, so there's a decision to be made. I said Two of Swords. So there's a decision you're going to have to make, collective. When this new love comes in, you're going to have to make a decision, because there is a chance that the karmic ass man or woman is still lurking in the background. And again, they could just be sitting there and they could just be waiting. Okay? Getting ready to leap. Okay? If you're feeling froggy, leap so I can swat your ass out of the air. Okay? Five of Swords. Didn't we have the Five of Swords out here? Double confirmation. Double confirmation. Five of Swords. Somebody stuck like Chuck. It might be Chuck. Somebody stuck. And we don't give a fuck. I wish I could take back all the words I said to you. I get very angry when someone doesn't agree with me and I act impulsively. Okay? This could be for me. This could be Steve. This could be the Scorpio. This could be Judy. This could be anybody. This could be one of the karmic ass non-siblings. Okay? Any of them. Okay? Again, there's 18 of them, 17 or something of them. Okay? That Kevin had because he was a polygamist. Okay? You know the same women stayed with him for like 30 something years. Do you know that? Well, my lips look like dark, like Whoopi Goldberg's lipstickers on that. Again, somebody could have dark lips. I don't know what. I'm just like, what? Right? So, double confirmation on the Five of Swords. Okay, let's take a look at Whoopi Cushion's information. Okay, let's take a look at Whoopi's information real quick. All right, on that angel number, that Five of Swords card fell on the 444. In the reading this morning, I said that fours were significant in the live reading. Today, fours is still within that 24-hour period. Fours are significant. Okay, that is for protection. For protection. For protection. So let's take a look at Whoopi. So there could be something about a multiracial marriage, okay? Because she was married to Ted or Theodore Danson. Ted Danson. Ted. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there could be something about a multiracial marriage. Okay. Born Karen Elaine Johnson, another karmic ass fucking person in Hollywood who does not use their real name. Again, I can see if it's like for art. I could see that, which acting is art, but not like that. Again, there is a difference between me signing using a pen pal for a book when I write a book and publish it, using like a other name. Okay, I'm trying to think of what that term is. Okay, but yeah. Why would you want? I don't know. I don't know. So Karen, Elaine, and Johnson investigate. She was born on a Scorpio's birthday. Hot damn! 11/13/55, different years. 11/13/55. Okay, so that's a confirmation for her sorry, weak, dumbass spouse. Alvin Martin, 73 to 79. David Clayson, 86 to 89. Oh, she wasn't married to Ted Danson? Maybe they just dated. Okay. Lyle Trechtenberg. Okay. And any of these could be of a different nationality this lifetime too. I don't recognize any of these names. Okay. Partners, David Sheen, 80 to 85. And Frank Langella, 95 to 2000. Children, Alexandria. Alexander comes out a lot. So does Alexis. Alexandria Martin, speaking of Jerome being in the house. Speaking of Jerome being in the house. Okay? Someone's just a player from the Himalayas. Somebody is just a player from the Himalayas. Okay? Whoopi Goldberg she's one of those when I see her, and I don't look at pictures of Whoopi Goldberg or anything like that, but you could see a picture of Whoopi Goldberg and you'd be like, what in the world? And then you could see a picture of Whoopi Goldberg and be like, wow. You know, it's like it's her, she could look crazy one day and then another day just look very attractive. And again, someone could be like that, or you could be seeing someone like that. You once saw them as very attractive and today you look at them like, back Satan. You know what I mean? But yeah, she and she's always been like, even as a kid, and I said Karina. Didn't Karina come out here? Clarence Karina? She's in that movie. Okay? Karina. That is starring Whoopi Goldberg, I believe. Okay? Let's take a look and see. Who starred in the movie Karina?
Karina has a cast of more than 60 actors. Here are the first three. Ray Liotta, Whoopi Goldberg, and Tina Majorino.
Okay, so Tina, Christina, Whoopi Goldberg, and Ray or Raymond, Liotta, Joan, Don, Donald, Jonah, could be Jonah, okay? Jonas, okay? Erica, and Larry or Lawrence, okay? So, let's go ahead and get these messages and see what Divine wants to reveal to us about them, okay? The others are the Magician, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. No, we have the Page of Cups, not the Knight of Cups. Okay. Again, collective, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing the content. Again, I remind our new subscribers to please check the community tab as often as you are guided to, okay? Because I post in the community tab there often, okay? One of the most recent pictures is of my baby Sadie, okay? Magician, reveal to us what we've alchemized, who's been alchemized. Magician, reveal to us what's been alchemized, who's been alchemized with our alchemical force. Okay? Page of Swords. Okay? Page of Swords. Okay? Who's been cut off, who needs to be cut off. Who's no longer in our energy, deserving of our attention. Okay? Who is it? Who's no longer deserving of our attention? Okay? Or who have we already cut off? And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay? And I'll read these messages when we pull the cards. All right? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups energy. Knight of Cups energy. Reveal to us the truth about whatever it is that you came out to reveal to us. Whatever that happens to be. Okay? What are we doing with time? Ooh, 1 hour. Oh, man. Okay. I mentioned Austin Martin in the live reading, I think, or it may have been a reading before then, or before that, okay? I mentioned Austin Martin. New wheels, wheels up, okay? Someone's traveling. Please place your seats and tray tables in the upright and locked position. Page of Swords. I'm becoming more curious about you and who you really are, but also I feel inspired to learn new skills and read more books. Okay? So, Page of Swords. Okay? Again, this could be this individual, male or female, who's coming towards you with love, whichever one you are not, because you cannot be in a high vibrational relationship and licking and sucking on what you got. You can't do that. Okay? Yeah, you can't do that. All right. So new wheels on the other side, a sibling is doing witchcraft against you. Okay. So someone in this energy, there is a sibling doing witchcraft against you. Okay. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender times 5,000 with vengeance and a sword. Okay. All right. That's creating strife in the family. At the job, okay, wherever it is. Watch out for monitoring spirits, okay? If you have all of your windows closed, especially now because it's wintertime in most of the northern hemisphere, right? If you have your windows closed, and all of a sudden you see a fly, that's a monitoring spirit, or a bug, a gnat of some sort, that's a monitoring spirit. Immediately sage, immediately light Palo Santo, or cleanse your energy somehow with crystals immediately. That's a monitoring spirit. Return to sender. Somebody's time is up. Somebody's going to die in a boating accident or have a serious boating accident. They might need to call the Coast Guard. This might have been what they were planning for you. Okay? All right? I don't know if the Coast Guard's going to find them. Okay? That is on the Magician. I'm starting to notice all sorts of signs and coincidences and realize my own power in creating them. I'm working on manifesting you. Don't be working on manifesting me, motherfucker. Okay? Because if I'm divinely supposed to be connected to you, and there is only one divine being on this planet that I am divinely guided to, collective, there is only one for a romantic union, for a divine high vibrational union. There is only one. Okay? You might have selection, but just because you have selection, that doesn't mean it's good. Okay? Just because you stand in the candy aisle and you're like, wow, I could have all this candy. It's not good for you. Just because it's a selection or an option doesn't mean it's good for you. Okay? Cocaine is an option. Okay, let's wake up. Let's wake up. Okay, what do we have on the other side? Coven of women. Okay, coven of women. These could be the coven of women sitting back waiting to see what you get. Okay, waiting to pounce. Okay, again, return to sender. Return to sender. Where are we at here? Age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, fifth dimension. Okay, that's a good song. And then they kick into Let the Sun Shine. And I'm going to listen to that song when I get done here. Okay, I'm going to listen to that song. Fifth dimension. Okay, a marriage came from that band. Okay, Billy Davis and Marilyn McCoo. Billy Davis and Marilyn McCoo. They've been married for 53 years or something like that now. Okay, Bill, I love you so, I always will. I look at you and see the passion, eyes of man, eyes of me. But will I or am I ever gonna see my wedding day, wedding day? Okay. I was on your side, Bill, when you were losing. Okay, I love that. Loves me some fifth dimension. Love me some fifth dimension. Sing it, Marilyn. All right. Knight of Cups. Okay, you woke up my feminine side. Okay, so again, divine masculines are being awakened by the divine feminines. That is how you come into divine union with your divine counterpart. Okay, divine feminines, you do the work first, men or women. Again, most divine feminines, yes, are women naturally. Most divine masculines are men, yes, when, they can be. That's, when they get there, yes. Okay, otherwise they're just a masculine or a feminine energy before they become divine, right? But the unicorn, the rare one, okay, is the divine feminine that is a male. Okay, again, examples, Journey of Scorpio, Son of God. There's a 144 something. Also, there's Joey something who's on YouTube. There's several divine feminine males and their high vibrational energy here on YouTube. Okay, but that is the unicorn. The divine feminine female, the divine masculine male, okay, whose focus is purpose to be natural wealth. Okay, yours, divine feminine energy, male or female, is spiritual. Okay, their focus is natural. And that's how you bring it together. That's how you bridge the gap. Spiritual wealth, marrying earthly wealth, you bring that together and you have a divine union. And together, beyond the stars, there is no limit. Okay? So that's how that works. Okay? So you woke up my feminine side and I'm feeling very romantic. You inspire me to listen to love songs, to write, paint, and to create. Good job, divine feminines. Again, men or women, good job. Good job. And this is the explanation that most tarot oracles or empaths or whatever they are, truth speakers, even truth speakers on YouTube, this is the explanation that they will not give. They'll say divine feminine and they'll just continue to spit she. He's coming to you, girl. He's coming to you, girl. He's coming to you, girl. Divine feminine, he's coming to you. Never, ever, ever, ever realizing, okay, that a being birthed into a human body with a penis can be a divine feminine. Or a being birthed into this life with a coochie can be a divine masculine. They never, ever, ever go into that. They only speak to females. Men, I got you. Divine feminines or divine masculine. Men, I got you. Okay? You'll get all of the truth right here if you get it nowhere else. Okay? And that's not me bragging on myself. Again, That's why I go back and listen to the readings, because I don't even hear what I'm saying. I'm talking. Okay. I don't even hear what I'm saying. I go back and listen to the readings myself. Okay. Next and last, probably, Five of Swords. Okay. So again, we got a double confirmation already. Here it is. This is the double confirmation for someone who is stuck. Okay. Steve asked me a question one day. I'm going to find it in my journal right now. Divine, you about to shame that Sagittarius. You about to shame that Sagittarius. You are about to shame that Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and get some proof. Let's crack open the journal, shall we? Okay. Many secrets. They're not secrets. They're dreams, visions, downloads, all sorts of things. Okay, some of them even carry messages from Steve, because I wrote in them when I took my journal to service every Sunday. I wrote in them. Oh, right here. See, look, right here. What is this date? 9/1/19. Okay, Steve was talking about fluid worship. Okay. See that up there? Fluid worship. His name is up there. I always wrote whoever was speaking up there and what I was writing. Steve. Anything else on here that you can make out may resonate with you. Okay. All right. So let's find, is it in here? No, it's not. It's in here. It's in the black one. So I needed to show you that for a reason. I'm going to go back and take a look at that. So maybe I need to remind myself of something, because I don't even know what page it was. I'll go back and take a look at the video and see, because that wasn't even the journal that the information was in that I was sharing. I realized that immediately. So Divine wanted me to share that page with you, collective investigators. Okay. So, okay. And this is after I met a prophet in a grocery store. Okay. He came up to me and started telling me things. Okay. And I went to Steve and I shared with him, I met with him, scheduled a meeting, and shared with him what this prophet said. And Steve asked me, one of the things that person told me was that my work was to be evangelistic in nature. He said, that is your only occupation. Okay. Evangelistic, which means you are to travel delivering the truth. That's all that means. It doesn't mean Billy Graham, because I will never, ever stand up there and open up a Bible without having some other canonical text with me. I will never stand up and have a Bible, because that's the secondary reference. That's the secondary reference. The book of Enoch outranks the Bible. The book of Treasures outranks the Bible. The infancy of Yeshua outranks the Bible. The Gospel of Thomas outranks the Bible. They all outrank the Bible. Why? Because the Bible is the manipulated one. You heard me. The Bible is the manipulated one. That's why Zeus is in there, or Jesus instead of Issa. That's why. Because that is the manipulated one. Okay? And that's what it does. It manipulates people. But this prophet told me that. And when I went to Steve, Steve asked me, one of the questions he asked me is, he said, are you a gatherer? Or he said, do people gather for you, or do people, he didn't say clamor, but he said gather or something like that. Okay. And take a look at this card. It says you are a gatherer. You are a gatherer. Okay. So people are drawn to your energy. You might truly be a homebody and someone who likes quiet time and being alone. I am that individual. My natural spirit energy is like Jason Statham character. Okay. I'm off somewhere out in the wilderness, living amongst the moose. I don't know, right? Living amongst the wherever, out in the middle of nowhere. Quiet. Nobody comes to my door. The mailman only, and 3 other people know where I live, that type of thing. But when I get the phone call, I show up, I kick ass, I leave. I don't have much to say. I just come in, take care of business, and I'll leave. That's my spirit. That's how I am. Okay? All right. So a gatherer spirit, okay, divine source. Let's go ahead and close it out with some angel numbers. Let's look at the 707 and the 369 angel numbers. Let's look at 369 and 707. 728 currently, 728. That is 7777. 7 times 4 is what? I like what I do. I'm enjoying it. Thank you, Divine, for my calling, for the anointing, for the inspiration, for the guidance, for the enlightenment. The 369 angel number symbolizes powerful manifestation, spiritual awakening, and alignment with universal rhythms. Universal rhythms, okay? Often linked to Nikola Tesla, okay? Encouraging focus on creation, the number 3, balance, the number 6, and completion, the number 9, to bring desires into reality, especially through the 369 method or writing out your affirmations. This is why it's important that you get a journal if you do not. One of the pieces of advice that I gave recently, that I gave those who have emailed me, who spoke about, clearing their energy and getting out of the obsessive energy and that sort of thing, is to get a journal and sit it on the side of your bed, okay? And so when Divine starts giving you these dreams as you are awakening your chakras, okay? As you are awakening your chakras, the other 107 around you, these are the main 7, but you have 114, okay? As you awaken these, wake up, write these dreams down. You will find out that you start to get awakened at 2:30, 3:15, 2:50, 3:03, 3:13. You'll see, collective, you will see that you start to get awakened at these times physically, okay? This is your spirit and your ancestors waking you up saying, come on, okay? We want to show you something. We need you to meditate something. So when you wake up at 3:20, don't get mad. Someone could be born on 3:20. Don't get mad, okay? Meditate, okay? Because it's going to pay off every single time. Every time. Every time. Every time. Every time. The Bible will never do that for you. The Bible will never do that for you, ever. Okay? 707 angel number. The 707 angel number is widely interpreted as a message of spiritual awakening again, inner wisdom, and personal growth. It suggests that you are on the right spiritual path and should focus on your life's purpose and intuition. Ignore the naysayers. Again, I had to learn that. If you go to Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel, there are some strong as masculine videos over there. I am cussing them out from here to Sunday. I mean, going in. But that was the obsessive energy, Ellen. That was the obsessive energy. Okay? And I had to release that. Okay? And focus on my own healing journey. Because that's really all it is. Even with your divine, if you resonate with a twin flame journey, you meeting them, the one purpose for sure is not for a union. The one purpose is for sure for both of you to awaken. But you can't awaken them and they can't awaken you. You have to do your work and they have to do their work. Okay? It does you no good if I lift the weights for you. If I sit here and I'm lifting the weights for you, are you getting healthy? No, of course not. Okay? It suggests that you are on the right spiritual path and should focus on your life's purpose and intuition. For relationships, it can indicate a need for a separation to achieve individual growth or remind you that your spiritual journey is on the right track. Take any and everything that has come out in this reading as it resonates. And that means what easily fits. Collective, thank you so much for tuning in. Investigators, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, be encouraged. My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, a light worker, and a Gaia beacon, here for the 10th and final time. And here to help raise the vibration and help us journey into the fullness of the age of Aquarius. Thank you so much, as always, for being a part of the journey.